one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie K Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Jazzie After Dark. Wake up, pull the covers from my bed, from my bed. Take a shower, spray some perfume, comb my hair, grab the lip gloss and my car keys. I'm out the door. Take a moment to thank God for giving me one more beautiful day. Not gonna worry, I'm not gonna fight. Today's gonna be a bit better as anything. Gonna be a better day than this. I'm gonna love me completely. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be a great day, a great day. Every day I.
Y'all know I was gonna sing the song, y'all, but I think I'm gonna let Latrese do that. I love that song, y'all. Such a great day. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be even better because I'm having a conversation with international recording artist Latrese Bush. And if you don't know Latrese Bush, don't you see this? Shame on you, your mom and them, your auntie and them, your cousin and them, everybody and them, everybody. I'm Jazzie K Ward, your host for tonight, and welcome to another edition of Artist Talk. K Ward Radio is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. KWardRadio.com is the website. Make sure you subscribe. Are you ready to kick off the show? Well, let's go ahead and start Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie K Ward.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Jazzie K Ward, and I know it was a Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers. And I also sent out the prayers for those who have lost, their mothers. So my heart goes out to you. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I see people coming in the room. I see Alpha Moore. Hey, my friend. I see Clarence, Rose Lady Etman. If you don't know the Jazz Lovers Corner, shame on you. Dr. Graham is in the house. And if you don't know Dr. Graham, we're going to talk a little bit more about Dr. Graham. Shame on you. I see Margot Thunder. Al Seaforth. All of these amazing people are here tonight. Thank you all so much. So go ahead, hey Maria, and share the video. I see Deb St. George is here. And if I miss anybody, please don't blame my heart. I promise you. But if you have questions and comments for our guest tonight, make sure you post those there. We're also broadcasting on Soul TV and Inside Indie Artist channel on the Roku network as well for indie recording artists. Well, let me go ahead and just get right into it, y'all. Latrese Bush. I have been loving Latrese Bush. I can't say the first time I heard her voice, but I'm going to tell you this. When she walks into a room, she commands attention, not only with her beauty, but her angelic voice, her beautiful smile and spirit. And I'm so excited to have a conversation with her tonight. She has a new song called Caffeine. And if you haven't heard it, I'm just going to tell you, we're going to show you a snippet, a video of that tonight. You don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome to Artist Talk, recording artist, singer, and songwriter. And she has that it factor. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Latrese Bush.
Hey! Hi!
Hey, my
Hello,
friend.
everybody. Jazzie!
My friend. Don't you look beautiful?
Oh, thank you. Don't you look handsome?
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love the glasses.
Oh, thank you so much. And and I've gotten to the age where they're actually readers. Okay, I need them. It's not just for style in class. No, this is for necessity. This is necessity.
I understand that. So, but how are you today? How was your Monday?
My Monday was fantastic. I spent the last couple of weeks. I reside in Atlanta, but I'm from the beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina, nestled between Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, and Savannah, Georgia. And I spent the last couple of weeks home with my family, and had the pleasure of course, spending Mother's Day with my mom and my aunts and my sisters. And so back in Atlanta, back to the reality of my life.
Reality of your life. Hey, I definitely know about reality. The last 2 weeks, I've just been traveling a little bit, a little pleasure, but for work too.
Yeah.
So, just trying to get back to some normalcy. We're going to talk a little bit about the pandemic and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to go into, hey, Leon, welcome to the show, everybody. I do this segment, Latrese, called The Real You.
Oh, okay.
So it's just 3 questions. I'm not going to get in your business. I ain't, actually.
It's not truth or dare.
Truth or dare, right? Just so our audience and viewers can get to know a little bit more of who Latrese is. Okay. So my first question is just, what do you wish you had an endless supply of?
What did I wish I had an endless supply of? I wish I had an endless supply of a metabolism that would burn all of the calories that I really do want to eat. Right? Like I said, I'm a Southern girl, but I'm also from an area where I lived on a river. I lived near the I'm a Gullah Geechee, so I'm not sure if your audience knows about the Gullah Geechee people, but West African enslaved Africans who were brought to the southern Atlantic coast for rice and indigo, and the nature of their isolation allowed them to retain their foodways, their language, their music. So a lot of my growing up was really over a bed of rice, so good. So anything over a bed of rice. And I just wish I had a ample supply of metabolism. As I've gotten older, it's gotten slower, and the pounds have retained. So anyway, so that's mainly what
I love that. I love that. Because, a lot of times, most of the time, I'm not going to say this is a bad thing. Most people always say, I wish I had an endless supply of money.
That's good. But what I found, my grandmother, who had a 5th grade education, but yet she died with a will, and she died leaving her children with land. And she told me, when I was young, teenager or maybe in college, she said, Treese, you don't need a lot of money. You just need to keep your money.
That's true.
You need to be able. You don't have to make a lot of money. You just need to be able to save what you need
wisdom.
and do what you need to do with it. So exactly. So and the pandemic has shown me that I don't need as much as I thought I needed.
That's right.
So that's one thing that so I don't need a supply of money, but I do, which it's not bad. I don't mind that. But I would definitely would love to burn the calories. But what's your next question, my friend?
I love that.
I'm rambling.
Tell me something that you are no longer afraid of.
Ooh, now this is a great question. So there's a quote that I just recently heard. It said, "If you're afraid to jump, jump afraid."
Wow.
So I am no longer afraid to jump. So there are things that I've put on hold, maybe because I didn't think I had the capacity or the resources, or maybe it most likely was a fear of success, fear of failure, fear of being ashamed of not making it, and but I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to do my best not to be afraid to jump. I'm just going to jump afraid.
I love that. Well, this kind of goes into another question I was going to ask you. What makes you strong?
Man, what makes me strong? I mean, you can answer this a whole bunch of ways, but I think lately what's made me strong is reflecting on all the other times when where I got through, right? Sometimes you forget how you made it through the last time. Like, oh, that didn't kill me? Okay, maybe I can do this next thing. Okay. So I think that makes me stronger, just reflecting on how I have been strong in the past, that I could really lean on that. I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine. I think that for me, talking about myself, and she tells me this a lot. She says, I put more faith in others than I do in myself. And I feel because I'm a collaborator. I grew up playing team sports. I've never been an individual type of person. I've sung in choirs. I don't always want to do things by myself. But but sometimes you just kind of lean on other people's abilities. Sometimes you put your faith in people without them giving you any reasons why. You just like, oh, they look like they can do something. Like, no, what did they prove to you? How did they prove to you that they are capable of ushering your dream into the next level? It's your dream. So, and I believe that if God gave you this vision, he will definitely, as they say in church all the time, give you the provision, and he's definitely blessed you with the capacity to make things happen. Now, I'm not saying that I have everything that I need, but I have enough to get moving. And then I believe that all the things that I need will come as long as I keep moving. Yeah.
As you said on that last question, ladies and gentlemen, the doors of the church are open.
Hey,
pass the collection plate. Here's the collection plate. Here's the collection plate. Thank you so much for answering those questions.
These are good questions, Jazzie.
I try to do my homework here, Latrice. I want to make it as innovating. But so everybody, when we say pass the collection plate, that means I need you all to go over to LatriceBush.com.
Yes.
Go to the website now. She has a new release out called Caffeine.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that just in a few minutes. Go and download some music.
Absolutely.
Wherever. Go LatriceBush.com. And Latrice, can they get all the music off of the
website? They can even go to I have a store that I have t-shirts and cups and things like that, beautiful things that you can share and purchase. And as Jazzie says, a lot of us are independent, and so we are I may not need an endless amount of money, but I do need an endless amount of fans and support.
That's right. And that is what it is. See there? Y'all see that?
Hey,
black sugar, no cream.
No
y'all
cream. So yeah, go ahead and get you something, and I really appreciate that. I really would.
I would. So Latrice, I'm kind of gonna. We're talking about the pandemic a little bit. It was a blessing. It was a curse. I was just gonna say, what was life like before that happened? The pandemic took place.
So what you said, what was life like before the pandemic took place?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, for me, it was, I was really gearing up to become, start performing more. So here's the thing. and this is not a slight to anyone or anything, but I found, this is what I tell myself, because I don't get as many people may not know this, but I don't feel like I get a lot of calls to be on gigs. And so, or I don't get a lot of calls to be on festivals and things like that. And I do love recording. I really do love recording in the studio, but my passion is being in front of people and live performing. So I love it.
Yeah.
So what I started to do, and you know, again, going back to what I said earlier, being afraid to jump, just jump afraid. I said, well, maybe if they're not calling me, I'll just call myself. So let me go ahead and book. Come on, let me just go ahead and book my own shows.
Exactly. I love that, Latrice. I was talking with another friend about, you have to encourage yourself. You have to invest back in you.
You do.
You just have to invest back in you. And I was going to ask you, your latest release, Caffeine. Like,
Yeah.
when did you write that? Did you write that during the pandemic or after?
No, I wrote that. Actually, a friend of mine. It was like, that song is like 7 years old. I think people would be surprised to hear. I was 7 years old, and so I traveled. Like you said, I traveled internationally. I've had the esteemed pleasure and honor to work with Gloria Gaynor for over 10 years now, and so I've been traveling with her, and I've traveled. And everywhere I go, I love Starbucks. Now I can't say that I'm a coffee aficionado or anything like that. It's just that I really love their lattes. I love sweet, milky drinks. And so I told my friend, I said, hey, her name is Shaquita Lockley, who happens to have a documentary on OWN called Eggs Over Easy, which talks about the fertility issues in our Black community, for Black women. So you got to go check it out. It's on demand right now. I said, hey, Quita, write me a song about coffee. She said, okay. How about my love for coffee? And that's what she came up with. And so I, of course, I added my little 2 cents to it. But but that song was done way before the pandemic. However, to your point, I was performing it as I was putting together my shows. I've been performing that and a few other songs that I hadn't released yet. And these shows have been really successful. So I booked the Performing Arts Center in Atlanta. Then a friend of mine told me about a booking agent. He got me in a city winery. And so we've been having these like sold out or nearly sold out shows here in Atlanta. And right before the pandemic, March 11, 2020, I was having a show at the city winery. And one of my friends said, did you see all the phones buzzing while you were up on stage? I said, no. They said, like, yeah, they shut the whole city down while you were on stage. Friday was the shutdown. And I'm like, oh, wow. So that's what was happening. Before the pandemic, I felt like really in a groove, getting my groove and really getting my momentum going. And I just felt like it kind of punched me in the stomach a little bit. But all things happen for a reason. That's
true. I was going to ask you, did you learn anything different or new about yourself during that pandemic?
Yeah. What did I learn about myself during the pandemic? Well, I did learn, and I've always been a very, very simple person. I'm definitely a ball of energy. I am very, very extroverted. I absolutely am. But I realized that I do have introverted tendencies. Like I did not have a problem being alone and staying to myself. I also realized too how much I needed family when I was so cut off and could not, when it was taken from me and I could not go, like you couldn't go and see them, you couldn't go and touch them. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I really need to touch my mama. I really need to touch my daddy. I need to see my nieces and nephews, my sisters and brothers. So you realize how much you can be by yourself, but then how much more you need people. It's the weirdest thing. Right. Yeah. And so, but yeah. And then I also realized too how, and I'm a Christian woman, and I realized how far away from God I was too, although I had been going to church.
Shame.
Okay. I've been going to church. But your relationship, right? Your relationship, was I really having a personal relationship with him? So two of my girlfriends from college, we started having a Bible study every week. And I'm like, wow, this is great. And then my family started having a Bible study every week. Oh, that's great. And so I'm like, man, this is the most church I had in the last 5 years. Exactly. So yeah, it just talks about, so I found in the pandemic that I'm a complicated being. Although I love being with me, I love being by myself, I need my tribe. There's a tribe just for me that I need to pour into, and I need them to pour into me. And so it was, and then I appreciated more and more of the time that I had with them. So when I absolutely got an opportunity to be with them, I cherished it.
Right.
And now that has extended even past the pandemic. When I go home, I love it. I cherish it.
That's
Because
right.
everybody doesn't have that.
That's true.
Jay-Z, everybody doesn't
That's
have that.
true. They really don't. And one thing I can say, I discovered, a lot about me. No, I'm kind of an introvert. I'm an extrovert when I need to be.
Oh, but you're mostly introvert? Okay.
Right, mainly introvert. I do what I'm supposed to do. People's like, well, how do you come on here and do this and you do radio? That's my job. That's what I do. Then I kind of go back in a little shell, my little shell. But
Mm.
I kind of need, I learn about your family and friends, the importance of that, and I also, I learned also about the music and the healing of music. And then
Mm.
when I heard caffeine, I said, yes, come on, Latrice, give me that caffeine. That's right. Pour it into my spirit, because
What did you feel?
that's what your music does. It's so uplifting. And so y'all, so I don't
Thank
talk
you.
too much. I want y'all to get into this performance, but don't forget latricebush.com. You'll see the website there. And let's check out this amazing performance, ladies and gentlemen. International recording artist Latrice Bush, and this is her latest release, Caffeine. Let's go.
You're the best part of my day. Yeah. So much love I can throw away. Yeah. The good love, sweet love. Yes, you do. Black sugar, no cream. You and me. Black sugar, oh, you're so sweet to me. Black sugar, no cream. I'm morning caffeine. Oh, yeah. Black sugar, no cream. No cream. So sweet. No. Black sugar, no cream. My morning caffeine. Black sugar, no cream. Black sugar, no cream. Black sugar, no cream. Oh, my morning caffeine.
Latrice, you better say that. Did y'all hear? I mean, the song is like, it's sexy. It's
Yeah.
just like you drink your coffee. You know how warm your tea it goes down. It's like this song just it's a whole vibe.
It's
That's
a
what I'm
whole
saying.
vibe.
It's and Latrice, let me tell you, you on that stage, it's like you in a different space. Like, what do you feel like when you're on that stage and live? What do you feel?
Wow. That's a very good question. It just it depends. But there is a point in every performance where I just feel like, you just feel completely exactly who you are. Like this is what I was created to do. Yeah, when especially when you and the singers and the band is all connected,
Right,
and even most importantly, even when the band and the singers are the most silent and you can only hear your voice.
right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is what I was created to do. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if I mean it's just like this is what you were born to do. I don't know if you do anything outside of music, but
Yeah.
watching you perform on stage, it's like a vehicle for spirit.
Mm.
When I see you and hear your voice on it, and I was just gonna just ask you, how important has your faith been to you on this journey?
Oh man, it's been very, 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 very important because as when you put yourself out there, I mean, it's like even with any relationship, you're not sure how the person's going to perceive you. You know, every time I go on stage, it's like I'm asking someone out. You know, someone's, you know, it's like you're asking someone you love to really, you like how I look, you like how I sound. It's you putting yourself out there. This is, you know, and for me recently, I've taken off, and I have no problem with, you know, wigs and sew-ins, but I stopped wearing the long hair and the wigs and sew-ins and things like that. And I'm like, you can really see me, and so I feel really naked,
Right.
and so it could be a little, but then, you know, but I jump. This is, to me, when I'm on stage, getting there, worried about if people are going to come, worried about if the tickets are selling, worried
Right.
about if this. But once you get on the stage, I don't worry. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, hey, you take me as I am. Hey, this is it.
This is
So,
it.
but it is a spiritual thing. And there was even a moment, I had a show recently, and I did not plan it, but it had been 2 years since I had performed, and I just had to sing, you know, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. You've been so good. You've been so good. Lord, you have been so good. And I just want to thank you, Lord. You know, just, oh.
Again, the
Yeah.
doors of the church are open, y'all. Pass the collection plate.
But it's the truth. Like, oh my God, I thought this was going to be taken away from me, but now I'm back and I'm on the stage. I'm just so grateful. So yes, it is you know, being able to have a gift like this, it is a vehicle for spirit. It is.
Right.
But
Right.
let me tell you something. And when I lead worship at church, he's speaking to me first. I can't minister to anybody until I'm being ministered to. I want him to fix me. I want him to minister to me so that I can bless his people. He has to bless me. And so I am open. So that's when I'm most open,
Right.
and I'm willing to be used and taken to, you know,
Wow.
and I don't care if I'm in the club. I mean, I was in the club, people had their drinks, and we were singing, "Thank you, Jesus."
That's right. You can praise the Lord wherever you are, right?
Hey, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna praise him.
Praise the Lord wherever you are. Ladies and gentlemen, international recording artist Latrese Bush. Y'all go get her music, her latest
Yeah.
single, Caffeine, LatreseBush.com. We're going to we're going to have a segment coming up with Dr. Graham is in the house
That's a
with
great.
Mind, Body, and Soul. So, hey, everybody, we're going to come back we got a few more minutes left with Latrese Bush, and we're going to go to Dr. Graham. So let's go ahead and kick that off right here on Artist Talk.
It's time for Health and Wellness Check-In with Dr. Chantel Graham. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Dr. Graham is in the house.
Well, I was getting my caffeine in. I was.
Hey, we need that caffeine, though.
Listen, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I do drink my tea.
I love some green tea.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one day, too. How good that is for you. But
so, Dr. Graham, how was your day today?
Today was good. I can't complain about nothing. And nobody don't want to hear it anyway.
I understand. You know, we anticipate you coming on the show, you being a friend of the show, and getting health tips, you know, from Dr. Graham. So what great words of advice and wisdom can you share with us this week?
Today, let's talk about eye health. I heard Latrice talk about her reader glasses, and you know, we think about the eyes, and eyes is the soul, you see the soul of people right through their eyes. So keep in mind that 4.2 million Americans over the age of 40 are either legally blind or has a loss of vision. Hence, I got my glasses on today. And we know the basic stuff when it comes to eyes, wearing your glasses, your protective glasses, wearing your sunglasses when you're out. But we got to look at diseases that actually affect the eye. First, diabetes. We hear all the time about people that have diabetes and they lose their vision. And what happens is when that sugar level builds up, the blood vessels tend to leak on the retina. So that could cause loss of vision or complete blindness. Then you have that bad old hypertension, high blood pressure, which can lead to other things. That can affect you directly or indirectly because it can give you diabetes or, with the obesity. And that pressure behind the eyes can deteriorate the eyes and the ocular nerves in the back. Then you have things like the measles, Lyme disease. You have shingles that also affects the eyes. They call conjunctivitis, red eyes, itchy eyes, dry eyes. That can eventually lead to eye loss. I'm sorry, not eye loss, but vision loss. One thing we don't think about too with vision loss, we don't think about our diets, how our diets affect our vision. Malnourished, being obese, how it's going to affect your eyes. Now, you can correct that. Vitamin E, vitamin C, zinc. Eat those dark yellow vegetables and fruits. Eat those green leafy vegetables and fruits. High fat and omega-3s like fish. It is a great thing to help your eyes. And remember, for those of us who look at the computer all day, sit in front of their phones all day, remember the 20-20-20 rule. If you're at the computer for more than 20 minutes, take a break. Look 20 feet away for 20 seconds. That allows your eyes to kind of regenerate and kind of get back into focusing. So if you're sitting there for more than 20 minutes, look 20 feet away, focus on something 20 feet away, or at least 20 seconds.
Okay.
If you're at a computer all day and they talk about that blue light that we always seeing, you can now get readers that have the blue light that protect your eyes as well. And if you're on your phone, scroll and put the phone down, talk to people, get off the Instagram, Facebook, except on Mondays.
That's right.
We'll watch the artists talk, okay?
That's right.
Yes. So eye health, there you go. Something plain and simple. Take care of those eyes. Because once they're gone, that's it. There are no eye transplants.
Okay.
Like you have liver and lungs, they're on. Once those nerves are gone, that's it.
That's it. So, Dr. Graham, I was eating carrots as a little boy, but that just doesn't seem to help. They say carrots is supposed to help.
Carrots is great because it has the lutein in there, but you make sure you get like your vitamin C, your vitamin E, your zinc. Also, like I said, eat those yellow fruits, those green veggies. Make sure you get your fish in. Salmon is great. Halibut is great. That omega-3 and that high fat is great for the eyes.
Okay. And we have a question. Tasha Max says, can you recommend a good eye drop to help with, with the season? It's allergy season. Any eye drop recommendation?
I mean, I have very bad allergies. I'm a fan of eye drops called Pataday. It's over the counter. They're great and they're long lasting. Pataday is a great eye drop. It's great eye drop. Yeah.
Okay.
But make sure you're from allergies. Make sure you find out where that's from.
Okay.
That dry eyes, that itchy eyes, it could be something linked to something different than what you think is just allergy season. So you got to get those physicals. People get your eyes checked once a year.
I love that. Yeah. Dr. Graham, let people know how they can find you.
You can find me at my email address, drgraham@theapplife.info, or my website, theapplife.info. I'm on Instagram at Dr. Shawnee0730.
And Dr. Shawnee, and let them know about your book. Your book is available.
You got to take care of the germs and combat the germs because they're always there. So I always have a copy of Nia, not too far, because I like to do live readings to kids. So website, grab your book, and I will autograph your copy for you.
And they can get that off the site, right?
Yeah, right off the website directly, yes.
Okay. And I was going to tell you, LATRESE Bush, I know in the OR, y'all play great music. Y'all need to add LATRESE in the OR.
She is on the list starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's right. Got her.
Dr. Graham, thank you so much. Can you stick around?
Absolutely. I'm here.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Graham.
All right. See you guys next week.
Okay. That was Dr. Graham with Mind, Body, and Soul, y'all. So what we're going to do now, everybody, we're going to go back. I want y'all to hear this, another amazing song from LATRESE. And it's her and Trey Daniel, and it's called Angel. I want to play a little bit of that, and then we're going to have a little bit more conversation right here on Artist Talk with the one and only singer-songwriter LATRESE Bush. Let's check it out.
baby, when I found you. You're so strong, but tender too. You're my angel. Oh, angel. You're my angel. Oh, angel. Love the way we touch. I love the way it feels. Every time I'm with you, my poor heart just won't keep still. No doubt about it that this love I feel is real. Ask me to go with you. You know I will. Hold me near, hold me tight. Only you can make it real. Only you can make it all right. Just let me know that I am special to you, my angel. Oh, angel. Oh, angel.
Well,
That's good.
Latrice, let me
Yeah.
let me tell you.
Okay.
The words I just can't seem to form. Your live performing is exceptional.
Thank you.
You know when when you think about it, I think about you and your class and your style. I see like Whitney Houston. I see Latrice Bush. That style and grace and the presence that you have on the stage is absolutely sensational. It's
Thank
sensational.
you. Thank you
It's
so much.
amazing. I was going to ask you, how did you and Trey link up?
Oh wow, when was the first time I met Trey Daniels? Man, it's been a few years now. Oh, I remember. I was the Atlanta Jazz Festival has throughout the month of May, they'll have these weekend shows at different parks. And so I was at a park, and a friend of mine who's the musical director put the band together for me, and he had Trey on and in the band as a feature, and I had never met him, and so he started to play. I'm like, why have I never met you? This is great. And so from there on, I just, it's been some years now, and whenever I have an opportunity to call on him, I definitely do. And so before the pandemic, during the pandemic, the end of 2020, I decided, because it had been so long and we weren't able to go and do any shows, I said, well, the safest thing I could do is, do something virtual. And I just went and pre-recorded it, and I had to tap him on the shoulder and like, hey brother, I need you to come and help a sister out. So he did.
But also to let him know, you like, oh, Trey, you're good, but also I'm Latrice Bush. You have to put that in there, like Latrice.
No, what's so cool about it too is because when we haven't talked about this, but one of the reasons why I just read, and I don't know if your audience has yet, but I just listened to the Audible of Viola Davis and her new memoir, Finding Me, which is the most powerful reading I've read in a while, and I've heard in a while. You Cicely Tyson in the story of Jane Pittman, the life of Jane Pittman. She said when she saw Cicely Tyson, she saw that, oh, I could do this. Right. I could do this. And because she saw somebody who represented her, looked like her, dark skin, beautiful, Right. we don't see a lot of images that look like us, especially, us chocolate covered gems of the world. And so that was the same for me. I love Whitney Houston.
Right.
And, but at the time when I was looking at Whitney Houston looked a little lighter than me, and she had that long hair. I didn't know it was a wig. I just knew I had no long hair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I loved Janet Jackson, but I couldn't dance like that.
Right.
I could. But when I saw Anita Baker, I said, oh, she's short, got that short hair, chocolate like me. And so I will always, we need to see more of us represented.
That's right.
Our little ones need to see it. Heck, I'm still a kid at heart. I want to see more of us represented. And so so he was actually on tour during the time. He had just been on tour with Anita Baker. And so to have him come and do the song with me was this, it was almost like I had a little touch of Anita. I knew somebody who knew her and had touched her. And so, because she is my forever idol, for sure.
Oh, and what about Shaka? You've been doing some tribute concerts. Real quick, tell us about Shaka Khan.
Let me tell you something. Now, there's a few people I don't mess with. Now, I do love Anita Baker, and I do some of her songs. I don't do a lot of Whitney Houston songs. I mean, I think you gotta definitely practice and do your things. Not that you don't have to practice anybody else, but Whitney had a style and a grace. Right. And I did Aretha Franklin, which I also felt like, oh, when you get into it, you thought you could do it, but then when you start listening to Aretha, Aretha really did sing high. Okay, she's not. Aretha, Miss Riri is a beast still to this day. God rest her soul. And and then I was listening to Shaka. Now I'm a huge Shaka fan, but I'd never really done a lot of her songs. And what I loved about Shaka was it's just such a bombshell, beautiful woman, and her energy. Shaka, even when she's moving and not singing, she is saying a whole lot, right? She's giving you a whole lot of it. And so I so when I have a tribute to her, yes.
Let's check it out.
You gotta move.
Hey,
dude,
Latrice.
Let me tell you. But for the tribute I just did, that was just a little medley. But the tribute I just did, I did like Stay. I had never done Stay before. I really had never really done Through the Fire until like one time. I did Do You Love What You Feel? I mean, it's just so much. Let me just say, we are treasured people. Our culture, our sound they can try to duplicate it. They can never replicate it. It is something that comes from the core of who we are as Black folk, as African descendants. we are so truly blessed. There will
That's right.
never be another Whitney Houston. There will never be another Shaka Khan. There will never be another Anita Baker. I mean, these are people that folks are trying to be like. I'm trying to be like. I've been inspired by. But
Right.
Shaka, oh my God.
Oh wow! Unfortunately,
Shaka sings high too, by the way. She sings
she
well.
does sing high. I was going to ask you this too. I always ask a lot of my guests, why should people care about women in jazz and R&B music?
Ooh,
Why
why should people care about women in jazz and R&B music?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, well, of course, me being a woman, we birth.
Right.
We you know what I'm saying? We are truly creators.
Right.
And the way, and so to me, like an Ella Fitzgerald, the style and grace that she put over melody and how she was an instrument, you don't hear that much anymore. Anita Baker, how she stylized music and sound. We create. I think women in music create new sounds, in my opinion, and
Right.
and we need more and more. We need more and more of that, and so yeah, but one of the things that we need to remember too, we need to support each other. We have to support this music, and that's why I love Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. What they're doing,
Right.
they're bringing back all the good sounds, man.
Right. You're
They're
right.
bringing all the good sounds. So yeah, I think that for women in music in general, it's we are truly authentic creators, and we need to
Right.
be, and our voices need to be heard.
Right. I love that, Latrice. And, everybody, don't forget to go over to LatriceBush.com.
Yes.
I have so much more conversation with Latrice, but our time is just, so that means Latrice is going to have to come back
Yes.
on the show. And, Latrice, I was going to ask you, what can you share? Because people were like tweeting, like, where's your next show? When can we see you perform?
So I'm working on it. Like I said earlier, I put together my own show. So to curating these things take a little time for me, but I do have something working in July, possibly in Atlanta. But
Okay.
my big thing, I will be back. Hopefully you'll have me back, Jazzie, because I will be releasing a video for Caffeine that I would love for your audience to be one of the first to see, if you don't
I love
mind that
that.
happening.
I love
And
it.
then for the first time, just like I said, of Jumping Afraid, I'm just going to jump afraid. I'm doing my first festival back home, October 1st. So June 1st, I'll start promoting that, but it's going to be on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. It's going to be called the Fish and Grits Music Festival, because that's my favorite Gullah Geechee meal, fish and grits. And so yeah. So, and hopefully I'll be doing some shows with you, Jazzie. I'm just going to put it out there in the atmosphere. I'm just going to put it out there.
We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen, y'all. And y'all, if you didn't know, Latrice, she also has another song with Marion Meadows. She's worked with the Barkays,
Yes.
Gloria Gaynor, Jennifer
Yes.
Holiday, Phil Perry, Justin Bieber.
Yes.
That's why she has that it factor, y'all.
Oh,
Y'all,
yes.
that's why she has. And also, I'd like to ask you this question too. Before you go, what are the most parts of yourself, Latrice, that you protect the most?
Ooh, what is going on with you, Jazzie? First of all, wait a minute now.
Because I could imagine your career, the singing, but we always know music is healing, and
Wow.
we know what music heals us from, but you also the artist. I think a lot of times you're pulled in so many different directions,
Wow.
and I always wonder, like, what parts of yourself do you protect the most?
Wow, that is such a great question. And I think I haven't done enough. What I'm starting to protect more of my time with myself. Yeah,
Right.
because like you said, I am pulled a lot. Because this is not all I do. I do have a full-time job. We can talk about that the next time we come together. But yeah, so I'm trying to protect my time with myself. I'm always around other people and everything, but I need more space and time for myself, and I'm trying to protect that. And I like walking out in nature. We talked about that.
Right.
I like walking in nature, and that really helps me to center. But I
Right.
haven't been very kind to myself in the past.
Right.
With
That's
my
important.
time in the things that I think in my, and mental health month, May,
Right.
I'm protecting my mind from myself. I am the enemy within me. I'm trying to
That's
speak
right.
more positively to myself, and so I'm spending more time with myself. So I really appreciate that question. So
Oh, I love it.
yeah,
Latrice.
you're gonna have to ask me next time if I'm doing a good job protecting
Okay.
my time.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm already writing that down right there on my
Mm.
little notes. So Latrice Bush, ladies and gentlemen, again, let them know where they can find you all over social media.
Yes, Latrese Bush, LATRESEBUSH on Instagram and Facebook, and even on TikTok. Now, I'm new on TikTok, but give us some time. But go to that website and download my music. Please share. Please go to YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe and tell all your friends about me. And I really appreciate all that. Your audience is very interactive. So thank you so much for all the beautiful comments you've made tonight. It's really appreciated. Really appreciate it.
They love you, Latrice, and I told them, everybody, make sure you do hashtag shame on you in the comments. Hashtag shame on you, and maybe you can win a little surprise from Jazzie. LatriceBush.com. Everybody on this live, for those who go back and watch the replay, if you don't go and download, it's all about support.
Yeah.
Whether the song is 99 cents, $5.99, download the song. Download. It's about support. These are independent artists.
Yeah.
You're not signed to some major record label where Latrice is getting a $10 million or $5 million advance. This is hard work, I'm sure, for them. So if you don't download the song, as we say on the show, shame on you.
Yeah, this is all self-funded, so I really appreciate the support.
So what we're gonna do, Latrice, real quick, for those, and don't forget to get your shame on you shirt, t-shirt.
Look at that!
What the shame on you shirt?
That's so cool.
Yeah. So make sure you do the hashtag shame on you, Latrice, and if so we're gonna pick the winner now. I think we're ready. Let's see who is this random lucky winner, right? Hey, Atina. Hey, Tom, Sugar, Castella, Marilyn, Gerald, Rodney, Ultimate Entertainment. If you don't know these people, shame on you. Okay. So hashtag shame on you. Let's see. So hashtag lowercase s, just like that. Shame on you in the comment section. Hashtag shame on you. And let's see. Latrice, Gerald said you are getting his lunch money.
Ooh. Let me tell you something. Thank you. Now somebody sacrificed his meal. That's a blessing.
The music will feed your soul, though.
Come on now.
The music. I'm ready. Here we go, y'all. Let's see. We're gonna see who the winner is. Baby. Oh, because of you. It's because of you. Hey, congratulations to my friend Jazzie Harris. Congratulations on being a winner of the shirt. Jazzie, make sure you send me your mailing address where you would like me to send your prize to. Again, congratulations, or I will hit you up myself. Again, Latrice, this has been real. I know I went over my time with you, Latrice, but this was wonderful.
Oh, God. It seems like we just began.
We just began, and I love it. Yeah. So, Latrice, come back on the show anytime, and can you hang around for about a minute for me?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, thanks so much. Hey, everybody. Another great show and conversation with international recording artist Latrice Bush. Go over to latricebush.com, download some music. Even if you have it, share it with some friends. You need a CD for the house, one for your car, all of that. Again, I'm K Ward. Don't forget to go over to K Ward Radio, which is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that. KWardRadio.com is my website. That as well. K Ward Radio, my information. Any artist that would like to be featured on the show, you want to send me music, my information is posted there. Any monetary gifts you would like to support the show, PayPal, Cash App, all of that is right there. No gift is too small. Thank each and every one of you for all of your support. You can join me each and every Saturday on 90.7 FM WVAS for a Saturday Jazz Affair, each and every Saturday from 8 until 12. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Again, May, of course, is Mental Health Awareness Month. Make sure you take care of yourself, as always, and be kind to others. Sometimes I know it's hard. People push you, but you have to protect your spirit and your peace. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Thank you for another great show. Thank you so much to Dr. Graham on Mind, Body, and Soul. And don't forget to check out her book, Nia the Germinator. And we'll see you next time right here on Artist Talk.
You're the best part of my day. Yeah. So much love I can float away. Yeah. The good love, sweet love. Yes, you do. Black sugar, no cream. You and me. Black sugar, oh, you're so sweet to me. Black sugar, no cream. My morning caffeine. Oh, yeah. Black sugar, no cream. No cream. So sweet. No. Black sugar, no cream. My morning caffeine. Black sugar, no cream. Black sugar, no cream. Black sugar, no cream. Oh, my morning caffeine.
Hey, this is Latrese Bush.